Ego, brass neck, humility, and confidence. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1656 of What You Up To Now, documenting the journey as I transition, mostly business journey, from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business, and then back and forth again. Today, for our Supersize Your Business group, we talked about the idiom brass neck, thus the brass neck. I have never heard this expression before, so it's new to me, but basically it means somebody who's super duper confident, but they'll say or do whatever they want, but they don't necessarily understand the impact that it's having on the people around them, or that other people might find their behavior unacceptable and obnoxious or rude or conceited or any other negative word we might use to describe people that are behaving in a way that seems audacious or out of control or shameless. It's basically, ego is shameless self-interest, right? We talked about ego as our topic for the annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge, where we do one thing every day that improves us. And we're focusing on the area of confidence this month. So today's topic was ego. And I shared 7 signs that your ego might be out of control. And, you know, sometimes we exhibit those, sometimes we don't. Our ego is always, it's a version of our identity that is there to protect us, and what it thinks it's doing is good for us all the time, but it usually comes out in ways that don't necessarily positively impact other people or even ourselves. If we're being super egotistical, it's probably not good for us, and people that are more personally developed and wiser than we are can see right through it, and they know that it's because we're not confident, or that we know we're doing something shameless or reckless or for self-interest or wrong, that we think other people aren't going to see because we're acting all superior and confident. Well, guess what? We all can see through that. If people that are acting like they're better than other people are really not as good as other people, at least in my opinion. So we talked about the 7 different signs to say, hey, do I do those things? Do I interrupt people a lot? Yeah, that's egotistical. It's my ego that wants to talk versus listen. It's my ego that compares myself to others and judges other people. We all pop into our ego sometimes. We want to balance that with humility, right? And so we talked about 11 different ways to be more humble and less in our ego, as well as ways to encourage confidence and control our ego, because we all need to do that sometimes, right? The more challenging a situation, or the more uncomfortable I am in a situation, the more I see my ego popping up and trying to protect me. It's kind of like our subconscious, right? Our subconscious always wants to keep us safe. So it behaves in ways that are in our own best interest, but maybe not in our long-term best interest. Actually, sometimes our subconscious has us behave in ways that are actually super duper bad for us, because it's worked in the past and it thinks it's keeping us safe. So we have to sometimes override and take control of the way we want to show up in the world, not just show up randomly. It's the difference between choosing how to react and just reacting willy-nilly based on what happens around us and outside of us. We need to think for ourselves and control our behavior, not let things outside of us control how we show up in the world. So those were our 2 topics and our 2 pieces of content for today, as well as, of course, just journaling and documenting my journey. Lots of projects going on. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I'm going to say goodbye. Have an awesome weekend, and I will see you tomorrow.